What's going on, guys? I'm trying to get me a little video in before it gets dark. Unfortunately, I have this really bad problem of when I get on the bike to go record, I have all these ideas all throughout the week that I want to talk about, and then when I get on the bike and get out, I'm like, damn, what do I do? Feels good to get out here and go ride, man. It's very therapeutic, and I haven't got to do it much because it's been so nasty outside with the weather and hot and miserable, and I've had all these other things going on. It's been pretty rough, but things are starting to slow down a little bit for me. I'm getting some projects wrapped up at work. I'm past my CCNA, thank God. I've got a couple more classes that I got to get taken care of this term, but I don't think it's going to be terrible. But yeah, I want to personally say thank you to the people that did reach out to me and offered a listening ear for my last video. It's been rough going the last few months, man. It's like I get in these ruts and I have a hard time getting out of them, but I'm starting to come out of this one because I haven't really done anything. But it's got me thinking too, is there's so much that I want to do with this channel, but I don't know what to do with the channel. And that's my biggest problem, is like I have all these ideas of things that I want to talk about. Like I want to talk about career stuff because I have a lot of knowledge on trying to find work and building a career and job hunting tips and interview exercises and stuff and all these things that I've learned over the years. But I'm like, this is kind of a motorcycle channel. I don't know if they'd even want to fucking hear that on this channel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with it, and I may even move away from motovlogging for a while, because motovlogging takes a lot of equipment. This bike is not that interesting, so getting views solely off the bike is going to be a little difficult. Getting interesting topics to talk about is kind of difficult because my life's pretty boring, actually. I mean, I do a lot of stuff. I do scuba diving and I did martial arts up until recently, but that's a different story. You know, but aside from that, I play video games on occasion. I don't get to do it every day. You know, but I go to work, I do schoolwork, and occasionally play video games and go ride, and that's about how my life goes. There's really nothing that interesting about it, and there's really not that much interesting about an R3 that's been wrecked, caught on fire, and is in the condition that it's in. And I know I'm boring as shit. Hell, I wouldn't want to listen to me talk for an hour and a half or however long these damn videos end up being. It feels like an hour and a half sometimes. What bothers me, what's been on my mind is, you know, especially if you're big into YouTube and you watch a lot of YouTube or Reddit, you see a lot of just assholes, man. There's just a ton of assholes out there. And I know there are some impressionable people out there that haven't really figured out what life's about, that may see this, and even though these people are trying to be funny or cute or just troll or whatever, that might make an impression on somebody to think that's an acceptable way to act. And I don't play that game now. That's why I don't do it. Now, I'll cut up with people that I know, but I don't post things like that online for other people to read outside of my control. It's the same reason why I don't wear t-shirts that have profanity on it. I like to stay in control of the message that I'm sending out, because, like it or not, we are all examples to each other. We all have somebody that looks at us, and it makes an impression on them. And it's up to us to decide what kind of impression that we are making. And to me, that's very important. You know, I'm very careful in the way I present myself to other people. When I was growing up, I had a lot of hate in my heart. A lot of hate. And not for any one particular group of people or race or religion or anything, just in general. I fucking hated everybody. And mainly it wasn't really their fault that I hated them. It was, I had issues that I didn't know how to deal with, so I projected that frustration and anger out on other people. And then, you know, one day I realized, instead of trying to tear people down all the time, I should be lifting people up. I should be a person of encouragement, a safe haven for people like me. So I don't judge people for any reason. Well, let me take that back. I do judge some people. You know, murderers, child molesters, those type of assholes. But aside from that, I don't judge people. I don't give people grief over their religion or political stance. Yeah, I may think you're a damn moron. That's entirely possible, and I've thought that more than once. But I don't treat you any differently. I don't. And I can sit down and have a civil debate with somebody over politics, and I don't get mad about it because that's not what defines me. And I think that's a lot of the problem in this country and why there's so much conflict. Is if you think about it, if we dissolved party lines today, half the country would have to go on a soul-searching expedition to figure out who the hell they are. And that bothers me. We have gotten so wrapped up in our own ideology and our own beliefs and ourselves. We've become very, very self-centered to the point where we stopped caring about people. And that bothers me. That bothers me a lot that we've gotten to that point. You know, I learned early on that no matter how insignificant you feel, you can make a huge impact in somebody's life. You know, and I have done that before. You know, I had friends that have been depressed, some that have self-mutilated, self-harmed, and I didn't judge them for it. I didn't try to make their pain worse by making them feel bad for what they were doing. If we would all just take a minute to try to understand each other's plights, we would be so much better off. Damn it, I hate the brakes on this damn bike. But I'm telling you, man, the brakes on this bike fucking suck. They really do. I do not like the brakes on these things. This one does not have ABS in it. And to anyone looking to get an R3, if you're a bigger guy like me, you want the ABS. Spend the extra money. It's worth it. And you know, and speaking of bikes, I've only got like another year to pay on this bike, and it's paid off, and I don't know what I want to do with it. To be honest, I really don't want to keep it. Mainly because it's not perfect anymore, and when I got this bike, it was in perfect condition. I mean, it had 800 miles on it, and I babied this thing. I washed it all the time. I made sure it had what it needed. I had a freaking blast with it. But now it's scuffed up. It's kind of ugly up close. There's really nothing special about it anymore. And I had fun rebuilding it, don't get me wrong, but I'm getting like, it's time to part with it and get something else. And two bikes come to mind that I would really like to get, and that would be either a Ducati Super Sport S or a GSXR 600. And yeah, I know everybody's going to shit on Gixxer, but I actually like them because I fit on them. You know, I have a really hard time with taller bikes. I just don't like them. Especially for the type of riding I do around town. Birmingham is very dense. There's a damn traffic light every 10 feet, it feels like. So I really want something that I can hold up easy. I don't have to tiptoe around on all the time. But I don't know, just thinking out loud. Yeah, my life really isn't that interesting, guys. I really don't know what to talk about on this channel now that I don't have a project, and I really don't have the money to start another project right now. I'm trying to get some things paid off because I'm going to graduate, hopefully finish college beginning of next year, maybe the end of this year. And then my graduation is actually going to be in Disney World. Like the college commencement is going to be at Coronado Springs. And so I'm going to go to Disney World because my kids love Disney World and I like Disney World, so we want to go to Disney World. So I got to get some shit paid off. I got to get some money saved because who'd have thought that Disney World is damn expensive? So I got to get that done. So I just don't know, man. If you guys got any suggestions at all of what I can do with this channel, I really don't have a vision for it, man. This is just something I do for fun on the side. And I don't suspect it's ever going to get big. I don't suspect that it's ever really going to blow up or anything because it's just not really my thing. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. But anyway, guys, it's getting dark. I got to get back to the house. Y'all have a good week. I will see y'all in the next one.